Spiritual awakening is all about understanding who you are, discovering your deeper truths, discovering your gifts that you're here to share with the world, discovering your purpose, and then stepping into it fully so that you can serve the world in the most powerful way. And when you have lived your life for a long, long time, not necessarily being connected to who you are, you might find yourself in a space of wondering whether you even have any gifts at all to give to the world. And let me tell you one thing. I have not met yet a single person on this earth who wouldn't have been gifted. We all have a lot of wonderful gifts inside ourselves. Some of them can be very apparent, and some of them can be really, really hidden. And if you feel and find yourself in a space where you think you have nothing to give to this world and you are not gifted in any way whatsoever, it's only because there are parts of you that you are rejecting. And those parts, they have the gifts that you are here to share with the world. Sometimes these parts can be something really out of ordinary, something that distinguishes you from the rest of people that are in your life. And because you're not like everyone else, and when you were expressing these parts of yourself, maybe people laughed at you, or maybe people judged you somehow, or maybe they rejected you and said that you're a weirdo. And that made you hide those parts of yourself, that made you ashamed of them, that made you reject them and decide that nobody ever can see them again. So I have to show them so deep inside myself that nobody ever doubts that I even have these parts inside myself. And as long as as much as we're using that as a protective mechanism so that we're not rejected, so that we are accepted, so that we are liked and loved, we also do ourselves a huge disservice, because every single part of us that you disown, every single part of you that you disown, carries a gift. We all have so many parts of ourselves inside, and it's a beautiful dance that you have inside yourself. It's like a dance of elements that make out who you are. But when you start rejecting those little parts of you, sometimes little, sometimes big, you simply bury everything that they carry with themselves, good that you consider that you consider bad, and also good, because they don't distinguish, and they are who they are. And the thing about these parts is that none of them are wrong. None of them are bad. But due to the experiences that you had in your life, you just decided that they are. You just decided that they cannot be seen. You just decided that if you showed them again in the world, you again will be rejected, you will be hurt, you will be laughed at, you will be ridiculed, you will be criticized, you will be called crazy, or any combination of that. Okay? So, and the secret of all of that, the secret of how you can discover your gifts, is to start accepting the parts of you that you rejected. And of course, become aware in the first place, what parts of you did you hide? What parts of you did you disown? Did you reject? Did you push down inside yourself? That would be the step number one, to really become aware of what is it that you are so afraid and terrified to show to the world. Then, step number two would be really to getting reacquainted with those parts of you and shining the truth on them. And the truth, you always have it available inside yourself, right? You can always choose to listen to what your mind is telling you about those parts, and knowing and remembering always that your mind is influenced a lot by the experiences that you had. So your mind is very biased, it will be influenced by what happened to you. If a lot of unpleasant things happen to you, you might be very traumatized, so your mind will be very, very limited in a sense. While at the other hand, you always have access to your inner truth, and that's the resource that you would need to use to shine the light onto these parts of yourself, so that you can see what are they actually doing for you, why are they there, because they all serve a specific purpose, and they are all part of you. None of the parts of you that you have inside yourself are wrong. They are all there. They all constitute who you are, and they make you unique. And when you reject those parts, well, you make yourself ordinary in a sense, because you want so much to fit in. You want so much to be accepted. So you need to allow yourself to first become aware of those parts, then shine the light on them to see what they're really doing for you and what is their real purpose, and then allow yourself to accept them back, to welcome them back into your being, to reintegrate them. Because once they are back, once you can fully own them, once you can fully accept that, yes, this is who I am and I don't need to hide, the gifts that those parts took away with them, they will all come back and they will all resurface, and you will be able to get in touch with them very, very fast. You can even ask your, these various parts of you that you hid, what kind of gifts do you carry for me? And they will answer you. And that's a very, very empowering practice, I would say. If you do that for yourself at least once, so many things can come back. And I mean, of course, there might be parts of you that you will accept back really willingly, and there will be other parts of you that where you will have a bit more resistance, and that's okay. The only thing that you need to do is to explore a bit deeper, to explore a bit further. Why is it so hard for me to accept those parts? What am I telling myself, that makes them so wrong in my eyes? And then again, recognize that what you're telling yourself is not the truth of who you are. Otherwise, you will be feeling great about yourself all the time. And if you don't feel great, and if you feel the need to hide, it's because it's not the truth. And once you come back to the truth, you can accept those parts. And this is very, very powerful. So I encourage you to go through that process for yourself, preferably in a meditative state, but you can also do it through journaling to see what answers come up for you, what you can pull out of your subconscious. Because when we start doing this conscious journaling, even if sometimes we don't know what to write in the first place, when we start writing, things kind of write themselves, So you can do it either through journaling or through meditation, whichever you prefer. Or if you would like my guidance through that, I have a special session. Sorry, my cat is making a mess here. So I have a special session for that, which is called Sacred Gifts Awakening Session. I have it in two formats. I have it in the form of a recording that you can just listen, and it's a guided journey that where I guide you through it, and you just listen to it and you see what comes up for you. And I also have it as a private session where I literally guide you through it and go a little bit deeper, of course, and help you a bit more, because of course it's a much more personalized experience. So if you would like to do that with me through my guidance, and because again, I have done it so many times with people, and I know that it's such a powerful experience to allow yourself to accept yourself as you are, to own everything that you have inside. And once you own that, once you stop rejecting yourself, all of your beautiful gifts just come out into the surface, and you can start serving the world in a very beautiful way, in a way that you are meant to serve it, in a way that right now is impossible for you because you're denying it to yourself, because you're rejecting it. Okay? So if you are interested in doing that with me, you will have the links to both private session and the group session in the chat box down there, and you can check it out for yourself if you'd like. But if you can totally do it on your own, just in the way that I shared with you in this video, and see where it leads you. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I hope you will try that process for yourself, because it's so, so powerful. And once you do, please let me know in comments what came up for you. What parts of you came to the surface, showed their face, and what parts of you did you accept? And what kind of gifts did they share with you in that moment? And also, please share with me if there were parts of you that you were struggling to accept in that practice, and what came up for you in that instance. I would be so, so happy to hear about that. So thank you very much for watching. Please share that video if you feel like sharing with someone who you believe might need help. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive notifications of any new videos that I will be uploading, where I will be helping you on your spiritual awakening path, on your healing path, and on becoming your most authentic version of self. And live, of course, and as a result of that, live the most empowered, the most beautiful and amazing life that you are here to live. Thank you very much, and have an amazing day.